Working for yourself isn't easier than a job. It's just a different kind of hard. Before I started, I thought freedom meant doing whatever I wanted. Now I realize freedom is actually the heavy responsibility of choosing exactly which problems I want to solve today. In this premiere episode, we're breaking down the day-to-day grit, the myth of the flexible schedule, and who this lifestyle will actually destroy. If you're tired of the fluff and want to know how to build a life on your own terms without losing your mind, you're in the right place. Let's dive in.
Working for yourself, I know you love it. Working for yourself, 'cause I love it too. Working for yourself, Zulf talks about it, making it easy for you. Working for yourself, go be your own boss. Working for yourself, Zulf will help you along. Working for yourself, powered by trusted creators, ZulfTalks.com.
I used to think working for yourself meant sleeping in and drinking expensive coffee while strategy just happened. The reality, it's more about discipline than it is about freedom. Welcome to episode 1. I'm Zulf, and today we're setting the record straight. We're talking about the weight of responsibility, the transition from employee to owner, and why most people actually shouldn't do it. You're a builder, you're a dreamer, and someone who's tired of the status quo. This podcast was made for you. This is what actually looks like to go solo. So the direct and relatable option for this means everybody wants to work for themselves. There's 5 brutal truths about working for yourself that no one actually tells you. And if you've been through this situation, you'll be interested to hear different perspectives, because not many people talk about this, especially while they're going through this journey. So everybody wants the freedom, but nobody wants the weight. Before I started, I had this vision of what working for myself looked like. I pictured it because I was in a different scenario. I was already self-employed. I was already doing a lot of my own tax returns and going through my paperwork, filling out forms for how much money I've spent, what I'm doing. In a past life, I worked for a finance company, so I did a lot of number keeping and stuff. So that bit came naturally to me. I was very tight on deadlines, like, okay, this is the deadline. This is when it needs to happen by. Let's get it done well in advance. I don't like last minute completions. I want enough time to get everything done. So there's a freedom trap working for yourself where you don't really schedule stuff. Stuff just happens. There's always something going on. But it's down to what you put your focus on. So number 1 is going to be the freedom trap. A lot of people think they'll work for themselves. They'll do what they want, when they want, how they want. Yeah, okay, that's partly true. But at the same time, remember, you might have clients. You might have other businesses that you need to work in line with. Are you really free if you need to work when they're working? It's a question you need to ask yourself. I'm quite lucky. A lot of I just fell into my role. And I feel like what that means is I worked for myself. I made more money. I went down the route of looking for what's a better way of doing all this. And it made sense to set up a company and become a director. I don't really look at myself as a director. I'm not really a leader to lead other people. If you like my journey and you like the way I do stuff, then yeah, jump on board. But I'm not going to be able to give you advice that you can use, because all of our journeys are slightly different. So if I explain about the CEO versus the worker. That might kind of give you an example. The worker is someone who comes in, they self-manage, they know what they want to do today, they've got an idea in mind, okay, by the end of today, this is what I want to do, or I'm starting this project, it's going to take me 3 weeks. Within that 3 weeks, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. If I do the X in day 1, Y in day 2, and Z in the last 3 days, then I'm in good stead. If any of those take longer, I need to reevaluate how long I want to take on this and how much time I dedicate to it. If you need someone to do that for you, then that's where it's different. You need a manager to look after you. You want someone to tell you, okay, do this today. You've done that. Okay, come back, show me. Now do this. Okay, show me. Okay, do this. There's different types of people out there. So depending on your mindset, are you a self-starter? Can you do it yourself? Can you work for yourself? How much of that responsibility do you want? If you live your life, you pay your bills, you've got a car, you pay your car insurance, you get your MOT done, you get your tax done, you've got deadlines, you can manage your own life. Treat your job or whatever you're doing in a similar way. You might be in a better position because you can manage your life. If you have a business, you can manage your life. If you can manage your life, you can manage your business. It's just how you do it and the mindset you've got. We all have the ability to be passionate about something that we can kind of just do it. But if you need a lot of motivation, then you're probably more of a team player. You probably want someone to give you the responsibility. And this is where it's interesting because the responsibility will shift. You're going to be looking after you. You need to do what you need to do. How important is your task you're doing? Is it because you like doing it? Is it because you're going to get revenue? What's the goal? There's different kinds of hard. You work in different levels. It isn't an escape. It's like a trade-off. You spend a month doing something really hard, then you spend a month doing something that you like. When you're a CEO, you can decide what that is. If you're in a field where you know what you want to do and you enjoy it, it should be better. You got to filter out what you think your lifestyle will be like. You need to filter out when you take a break, how long you work for, when you stop working. So working for yourself sounds nice. When you start doing it, it'll be interesting. I'm in year 5 now. Year 5 of 3, 4, 5, yeah. 5 of like officially setting up as a director, CEO, kind, whatever you want to call me. And before that, I was working for myself and I was self-employed. And I still do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, providing my key stuff is done. I could take out 3 months and just do minimum work. And then I'll get to a point like, you know what? I've spent 3 months doing the least amount I can do. I know I can do better. And the next 3 months, I'll be like on it. When I say on it, I manage 10 channels. I'll make videos. I'll make collaborations. I'll set up video shoots. I'll go to locations. I'll do consultations. I'll meet with people. Like, it depends at which point of your journey you're at. And the brutal truth is, if you're down with your numbers, if you know how much you need to make to keep yourself running for a year, and you can make that in a month, theoretically, you've got 11 months to improve, do what you want to do, take some time out. Does that make sense? I know 20k is enough to run the business comfortably. If push comes to shove, I could lower that to the 11,000 if I needed to. And knowing that number, if I can earn that in one project, which is very easy to do, then why have 12 of those projects? Is the goal more money? Is the goal keeping busier? Is the goal doing more stuff? Or is the goal choosing what you want to work on, giving that your full effort, and then have time to work on other things? It's something worth thinking about. And I feel like having this podcast, I kind of dip in and out of it. You'll know I've done lots of seasons where I talked about different things as I'm going through the journey. I spent this whole year basically buying another house, selling my old house, at the same time doing about 3 different channels, making videos of the process, how that works, what's going on. I was doing the process anyway, I was doing the research anyway, and I brought that within the workflow. So you need to consider what you're good at, how much work you want to do. Do you want to just clock off at 5 o'clock and spend 10 hours on Netflix? Is that a productive use of your time? Can you do something else with some of that time and make it so that you don't have to work for someone else? Is it easier working for someone else? Yes, it is. You're getting a regular salary. There's nothing wrong with working a job. I worked a 9 till 5 for a good 10, 15 years. But I knew I could do better. I could do more. If I do more and I work for myself, then I knew, you know what? I'm benefiting from this. The more I do, the more freedom I'm finding for myself. Whereas for the job, you kind of go through it every year. You do as much as you need to do. You do a bit more. You get a promotion. You get a bit more money. You get more wider clients. You have to do more work. Are you just digging a bigger hole? More work? What's your goal? What do you actually want to do? Do you want to carry on working? I feel like before I started, I thought working for myself meant like just doing what I want to do when I want to do it. That is partly true. But now, after the 26th of December today, Boxing Day, late afternoon, I thought, let me just start a new series on my podcast talking about working for yourself. So I'll do like a 12 episode special maybe, and that will help kind of explain what you're going through and the common thing people think about. The 5 truths that I originally mentioned. The freedom. Is it freedom? You're working for yourself, you're still working. What will a director be versus a worker? The responsibility will shift. You've got a different kind of hard. Most of the time you will need to do a lot of the stuff yourself. You need to filter out what works, what doesn't work. There's going to be people out there doing this. There's going to be people out there suffering. The first couple of years can be difficult. If you do well enough in year 1 and you make enough money to run your business for 10 years, your remaining 10 years is a bonus, whatever you do there. And if you know what your costings are, what you're doing, is it a creative field, what you want to do? It's kind of direct and relatable. So I feel like this is like a little intro towards giving you what this is all about. The lifestyle is not for everyone. That's plain and simple. But I feel like you want to set the expectations. You might already be working. You might want to move on to another job. Don't quit your job yet. That's what next episode is going to be about. Don't quit your day job yet. What's one question you're stuck on right now? Contact me on ZulfTalks.com. You can drop me a message on Insta or email me there. It would be really good if you can leave a review wherever you're listening to this. The show resources are available at ZulfTalks.com.